Okay, day 3 of surgery. Bit tired, just post-operative tiredness, I guess. Sleep is a bit rough and a little bit short of breath, so it's not going to be a huge or long video, but it is weigh-in time, so we're going to have a look. I forgot to have a look at what I was beforehand. I think it was 147.1. We are expecting potentially not to have lost much or to have even put on a little bit of weight, because there's a whole lot of stuff inside me still that I think I may not have gotten rid of. So we'll have a look and we'll see how we go. So yeah, 146.8, which is not a big loss. It's not even half a kilo. But again, there's still stuff coming out of me, so to speak. So I'm not overly concerned about that. Right now it's just about recovery and getting on. So I think next week will be more interesting to see how we go. All right. Cheers.
Hey guys, so it is day 3 post-op. I'm feeling pretty good, really sore, but other than that, I was able to go for a bit of a walk today, so that's good. I am, like Michael, expecting to gain this week because the hospital did tell me that we're full of lots of fluids still and still got some gas from the surgery and all that sort of stuff, so next week's going to be better. So I guess we'll see. Hey, so yeah, I did gain this week. Looks like about 1.7. We really didn't do this video very well because we didn't check what our weight was beforehand. Like I said, we weren't expecting to lose this week. So yeah, we have gained, but next week we'll see how we go. So we have fibre tablets. This one here, indigestion. This one here is my chewable multivitamin. This one here is to help me do number 2s. This one here is because my blood pressure is so low. And then I've got my Panadols. This is my morning ritual so far. And then I have more tablets to take at night time. Hey guys, so today is 3 days, I think, post-op. So I'm doing really well. I am out for my morning walk. It is a better walk today than it was yesterday, so that's good. Still not overdoing it, only doing about 1 block, so not a lot, because I'm still quite tender and sore, so I'm still just making sure I take it easy. And but I'm going to plan to do about 2 or 3 walks today, just to loosen things up after I have a bit of a eat. This morning for breakfast I had a glass of milk and obviously all my tablets and vitamins, so that's good. When we get back, we're gonna do our weigh-in on Sunday. I expect to gain. Yesterday all I ate was half a jelly at the hospital, a small apple juice, which didn't make me feel very well. I think it was the sugar content, it made me feel really yucky. I had a cup of soup for lunch and I got through almost all of it. And at dinner time I had about 60 mils of tomato soup. So that was it for the day, which is amazing because I wasn't starving or hungry, so that's good. Today when I woke up I was in a little bit of pain, but I think overall my stomach wasn't feeling hungry, but it was almost like back to that first stage of shakes where I felt like my tummy was eating itself again. So not hungry, but certainly uncomfortable-ish for the day. So, but then I had that half a glass of milk and I'm feeling heaps better already.
All right, so this is day 3. Fairly early in the morning. It's about 9:30. I don't know how we're looking on camera. We don't feel bad, but we don't feel good either. So it's and I think that's natural recovery from a surgery. Realistically, I mean, you know, we've had all sorts of drugs and stuff inside us. We've had bits and pieces of us cut up or chopped out or taken out and all that sort of stuff. So you know, there's got to be some obvious consequence to that, and there's a reason that we have to, you know, take a couple of weeks to recover. we're feeling different things, which is good, because this, for those who might be going through this, you can understand that there doesn't seem to be any one particular way that you will feel. We did have different operations.
We did, yes.
So that could account for it as well. But I think the different feelings actually are for different people. So for me, leaving the hospital in the way that I did was quite surprising to the nurses. They didn't think I was going to go that soon, and thought my recovery was quite remarkable. Since getting home, it hasn't gone downhill, but it hasn't continued to progress. So I've had a few sort of instances of stomach spasms when I'm taking in fluids. And it's sort of like
it's fighting you.
Yeah, it's sort of like the spasm that you get if you've got diarrhea or you've got stomach cramps, those sort of things. It comes and goes in waves, more predominantly after I actually take a drink, which is making things challenging, because I still want to get at least 1 litre, if not 2 litres down per day. So knowing that I'm going to get that spasm each time I take a drink makes things a bit more challenging. I'm very tired, and surprised how much shortness of breath I've got. Even now, I feel the need to get more oxygen in because I'm talking so much. So that's been quite challenging for me. Sore back has come back. I've had sore backs most of my life, but it's been prevalent now, more because I've been laying on my back for so many days. I don't normally lay on my back. I lay on my side for sleep. So that's sort of just creeping in there. It's not dramatic, but it's not nice. I'm not hungry, but I've got cravings. So Jordan talked about bananas on toast yesterday, and I went off into this daydream fantasy of butter and toast and bananas and it was just, the thought of it was magnificent, even though I couldn't go anywhere near any of it. And they say you have still those cravings for that type of food. So I've got those cravings, but I'm not hungry. So even when I'm having something for dinner, like some soup or something, I'm sort of forcing it down more than anything else, because I'm not really that hungry for it, and I don't have a lot. It's probably about 1/4 of a cup maximum. By the time I get to that quarter, the soup's gone cold, because you've got to take your time. So that's me. Michelle's had a bit of a different run.
I have a little bit of a break if you don't want to continue, because some of the stuff I will have to talk about is not necessarily the loveliest, but
poopy stuff.
Yeah.
Poopy stuff. So you don't like poopy stuff, then you better... No.
Constipation is a major issue for me. Major issue. I haven't actually gone since about 2 days before surgery, and I'm now having to take stuff to help with that, which the hospital has given me. But so far, it's not a go.
It's just sort of like a countdown to an explosion.
I know, it's not a go. So it's not fantastic.
Something's not smelling right in the house, or no.
Not fantastic. So I am struggling with that, because I feel like I do need to go, but it's not happening. So that's a little bit of an issue that I'm having. The other gross thing I want to talk to you about is I had a drain tube. So when I did with the gastric bypass, I had to have a drain tube. So anything that comes out from the incision, any gunk or anything like that will go into this drain tube. I don't want to freak anyone out or tell you not to get the surgery because of this, but it hurt. It hurt really bad to get that out.
That's removing it.
Yeah, to get it out, it really hurt. So they basically stitch it in. So they removed the stitch and then tried to pull it out. And then they said that it was just going to be, I had to give it 10 minutes and they were going to come back because they thought it was going to be too hard to pull out now. So the actual drain tube inside is about this long. That's what I've been informed of. And it's only really, really fine. But they did say that if they'd removed it after 1 day, it wouldn't have been so much of an issue. but because the surgeon decided to leave it in for 2 days, they think it adhered to things that were going on inside my body. But it did honestly feel like when they finally got it out that it was wrapped around every rib in my body. So it was a lot of pain to get it out. And I feel really bad because I was next to a room with another lady in there that was about to get hers out. And she was a bit scared after she'd heard me. I'd said a few swear words that came out and a few profanities. And the lady the nurse was like, I just need to get it out. I said, just get it out now. And so, yeah, it hurt a lot. Other than that, everything else has gone really, really well. I did learn something already from the first day. So yesterday I had to take an array of tablets, which is going to be for the rest of our lives. But I took them with juice yesterday, and I found I felt really horrible afterwards. But I think it's because I was taking so many tablets all at once, which means I was drinking really fast to get it in. So I felt pretty horrible. So today I took my array of tablets again, but I took it over a period of 30 minutes. So I sort of took one and then had a break and then took another one. And that seemed to work a lot better. So maybe it just means that my whole life now is not going to be in a rush. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah.
So that's it. That's day 3. Yeah, we're alive and well.
We're doing really well.
Still got our band-aids on.
Yeah.
6 incisions in me. It was about the same for you, was it?
Yeah.
So 6 bandages all over, with one sort of large one on the side where they took the stomach out. They're all feeling fine, and they waterproof them so we can have a shower, which is good.
Yep.
I'm hoping the spasms will go away soon for myself.
I hope so too.
After hearing about the drain tube, yay for gastric sleeve. Gastric sleeve's number 1. So if you get the choice, take the sleeve.
It was not pretty.
And we'll catch up with you soon. We haven't lost really any weight this week.
Looking forward to next week's weigh-in, though.
Yeah, looking forward to next week. We weren't expecting to lose so much this week. Ironically enough, the last 3 days we've eaten
hardly anything.
Absolutely nothing really in comparison. In fact, I'll do up a scale to see how many calories we've had, because it's got to have been just rubbish. So I suspect next weekend will be a big loss, just from the fact that it'll catch up from everything we've recovered from, and we're just not. The body has to sustain itself, and it's going to be doing that on what it's got in front of it rather than what we're putting in our mouth. So, all right, I think that's enough.
That's it for this week. Day 3 post-op complete.
Ciao.